On the NTSB has just put a big part of the fuselage on this trailer behind me. You can actually see the Phenom 100 markings on what appears to have been the side of the cockpit. An eyewitness that saw those three boys plunge through the ice. To give you an idea of where that retention pond is, if you look up the roadway here, you can see the flashing lights. To the right of that is a parked car. That pond just further to the right off the roadway here. The water frigid. The two vehicles were street racing up Muncaster Mill Road around 2:30 this afternoon. Problem is the roadway where we are standing goes from 2 lanes in the north direction to 1. This is green style smoke, and I have this paper around it because it's still very hot. This was a canister that the police fired into the crowd. Is this a trend that's going to continue?
No, it's not.
Hi there, Kevin Lewis with ABC7. Why would police say that you threatened to kill a woman with autism and threw her into a bathroom stall?
I don't know.
Are these allegations all true? That's what people want to know. Can you answer that simple question for us? Actually standing in what is the entryway to a Capital One bank. This car couldn't get through. I want to show you Kentlands Boulevard. Take a look at that red Chevy Trailblazer. It could not get up this hill, did not have enough oomph because of the snowfall. They've been using graffiti remover and scrubbing blocks all day long in an attempt to wipe away these hateful words and images. We've allegedly plopped her older child into her lap and then tried teaching him how to drive her car. Things went south in a hurry, though, when their Lincoln Navigator went careening into a concrete pillar. The couple right here, they lost their son. He was a Baltimore County police officer. They're sitting here today looking at the wreath they just laid with his photo here. This is the DC Water Mobile Command Center. Crews in here busy trying to get ready to flush out the system, and they're going to be using fire hydrants like this one to aid in that process. Now, prosecutors say it's so shocking here that Adam El Ghul squatted down and then stuck his cell phone right between a woman's legs. Prosecutors calling his crime bold and brazen. Right here is a stack of letters from concerned students. One wrote, "The pool is fun because there are slides and you get to cool off in the water. You also learn better after exercise." You know, last year, 24 million people visited Baltimore and they spent about $5 billion. This city now hoping that the terms unrest and rioting don't become permanently attached to Baltimore. We're live along the Inner Harbor this evening. I'm Kevin Lewis, ABC7 News. Around 3 o'clock, you can see live pictures here of some of the rocks being thrown at police vehicles. The police vehicles being pelted here by wood, by rocks. This is basically a scene here in Leon and Allison where anything these rioters can get their hands on, they are throwing. We are using a news, that window was just shattered there, that squad car. They're using riot gear inside of the squad car to protect themselves.
New details now on a story you saw first on 7 last night. An ABC7 News crew was on the scene of a house fire in Rockville when a man named Carlos Peralta approached the crew and said he had set the fire. Today, Peralta appeared in court, where we learn more about his troubled history. Montgomery County reporter Kevin Lewis is live in Rockville with the latest. Kevin.
Well, investigators say Peralta's issues include schizophrenia and alcoholism. He also has a criminal record. In fact, Prince George's County Police arrested him only 2 weeks ago on a charge of destruction of property. That, however, nothing compared to felony arson and 3 counts of reckless endangerment.
301 South Horners Lane, house fire with flames coming from the house.
The smoke was hard to miss.
Me, I set it on fire.
And so was Carlos Peralta, the man who flat out told ABC7, quote, "I did it."
I just poured gasoline on the floor, set it on fire, and went to buy a drink and came back.
According to charging documents, one resident woke to the odor of gasoline. When he walked downstairs, he saw rags on the floor in the kitchen and then heard Peralta scream, "Fire!"
It's a reason why I set it on fire.
Peralta told us his mother, who owns the home, made him upset. He says he torched her $400,000 house to expose their quarrel.
How did setting this fire help you?
Just so you could get here, so you could get for your attention.
Shocking.
Prosecutors say they were astonished to see Peralta's on-camera confession.
I mean, videotape is key in a lot of prosecutions, and particularly your fine reporting, I think, will help put this arsonist behind bars.
In fact, ABC7 was there as Peralta fessed up to police.
I set it on fire.
You set it on fire?
I mean, to have a situation where you're so fed up that you think the last recourse is to set your home on fire and risk the lives of other people in the residence, that's just over the top. It's hard to believe.
Now, detectives say Peralta smelled like gasoline. They also found a lighter in his coat pocket. Today, a judge ordered he be held without bond. All the while, the American Red Cross is helping his mother and 3 roommates find a new place to live. We are live in Rockville tonight. I'm Kevin Lewis, ABC 7 News.
Quite a story, Kevin. Thank you.
A thief steals thousands of dollars in high-end jewelry during an open house in one of the metro area's most elite zip codes.
Police arrested this woman, 58-year-old Sally Spaceman, who allegedly found the home online. Montgomery County reporter Kevin Lewis is live in Chevy Chase with the story you'll see only on 7. Kevin?
Well, Allison and Candace, you're hard-pressed to find a home along this block for less than $2 million. Detectives believe that affluence lured Spaceman to this Williamsburg colonial. Odd thing is, the 58-year-old wife and mother of 2 lives in a beautiful home herself.
Yeah, now it's hot. Now we don't.
Safety is a cornerstone in Chevy Chase's Kenwood neighborhood. But this handsome colonial, listed for $2.3 million, recently attracted a thief.
I did notice a lot of cars out front.
One vehicle belonged to Sally Spaceman, who police say posed as a potential buyer. Once alone inside the master suite, the 58-year-old reportedly plucked 15 grand in designer jewelry from the armoire.
It's distressing, absolutely. Poor, they're really wonderful, nice people, and you hate to see something like that happen.
And it was weird.
Dagmar Tallwill is Spaceman's neighbor. She witnessed the police takedown.
They were going through her belongings. They had the hood open.
Today, no one answered the door at Spaceman's $1 million home in Potomac's Avenel Farm neighborhood.
Yeah, it's just not a surprise.
Realtor Eric Stewart veered away from open houses years ago, in part because of thieves.
There are 3 groups that come through an open house: neighbors, suspects, and prospects. And it's the suspects you have to worry about.
It baffles me because it seems to be very respectful of the neighborhood, and it makes you wonder, why are people doing something like this?
Listing agents say jewelry and medication are the 2 most commonly stolen items during open houses. To avoid the risk, realtors say consider buying virtual online tours. They say that nowadays is your safest bet. We're live tonight from the Montgomery County Mobile Newsroom in Chevy Chase. I'm Kevin Lewis, ABC 7 News.
Okay, Kevin, thank you. Back here locally now, we have developing news out of Montgomery County tonight, where just days before Christmas, the Grinch struck a Brookville home. The homeowners tell us hundreds of dollars worth of Christmas decorations were stolen, but there is a silver lining. A surveillance camera caught the crooks in action. Montgomery County reporter Kevin Lewis spoke with the homeowners tonight. So, Kevin, how are they doing?
Allison, as one might imagine, they're not too thrilled about all of this, but their Christmas display, it's cheerful. It's been around for about 15 years, and during that time, it's attracted thousands of visitors, but until this year, never a crime.
Beautiful lights.
I enjoy Christmas. I enjoy all the colors and the lights and the decorations.
Chrissa Thier spent the last 2 months crafting this winter wonderland. 200,000 LED lights shine on 70 penguins, 90 snowmen, and this year, 3 Christmas crooks.
It was very disheartening.
It was December 3rd, 10:45 at night, when police say 3 teens tiptoed their way onto the naughty list. Home security cameras were rolling as one boy, lugging a giant lollipop, plucked a ceramic ornament from the front lawn. A second angle captured the same boy prying at a Tootsie Roll decoration.
It was so clear. I will never forget that gentleman's face. It was just sheer arrogance.
Yeah, lots of fun.
Visitors, many total strangers, say this is no silly prank.
It's teenage fun. It kind of hurts the little kids.
One suspect, a white male, wore a black hoodie and plaid pajama pants. Suspect 2, a girl, sported a light-colored winter jacket and black pants. Suspect 3, however, was more camera shy, making him hard to identify.
This was not a joke. If you're out for a joyride, you pay the consequences.
And wouldn't you know, those thieves ended up tossing all of those pricey decorations in a ditch about 2 miles from where I'm standing right now. They've since been recovered, but the thieves, well, they're still at large tonight. We're live in Brookville. I'm Kevin Lewis, ABC 7 News.
What do you get a jerk for Christmas?
Coal, a lump of coal.
A big lump, a flaming lump of coal.
Well, the good thing, I bet a lot of people will go see that display now. So it looks beautiful.
So. Yeah.
Really
Even though
beautiful.
it's a trip to the grocery store nearly wiped out an 85-year-old Kensington woman's checking account.
Police say 2 men posing as mechanics stopped a senior citizen in the parking lot, saying her tire was about to fall off.
Now, in a story that you will only see on 7, Montgomery County reporter Kevin Lewis explains how her 83-year-old friend came to the rescue.
I was scared to death.
Gloria Yonkelson is perceptive and proud of it.
Yes.
But during a trip to the giant supermarket in Wheaton, the 85-year-old was nearly scammed.
A car pulled up to the right of me and started honking and waving their arms and holding up some sort of bolt of some kind.
In that car, Michael DeMetro and another man who police say took Yonkelson to a quiet neighborhood where they faked repairs on her Honda Accord's tires. The charge? $3,400.
I knew I was in deep trouble.
Yonkelson called her longtime friend Eddie Lynch.
So I thought, something's fishy.
Who dialed 911. Officers arrived before Yonkelson ever lost a dime.
I don't care if you're a senior or what. To pry on anybody for something like this is disgusting.
DeMetro lives in this Glen Burnie townhome where today his mother did the talking.
I will have my lawyer sue you. You don't know what kind of lawyer I have.
Police say your son scammed an 85-year-old woman, and we want your side of the story.
Sir, I don't know what you're talking about.
Because it's not fair.
These longtime friends grateful for their wherewithal, now pursuing justice.
What do I call them? Con artist. Academy Award con artist. And then I would love to get my hands on them now.
DeMetro reportedly told police the 85-year-old was so thankful for his mechanical prowess that she offered him that $3 grand as a way to say thank you. Police, they didn't buy the 20-year-old's story. He's due in court next month. In Wheaton, I'm Kevin Lewis, ABC 7 News.
Oh, man, what a story, Kevin. Thank you very much.
There are more questions about a lack of spending oversight within the Montgomery County Board of Education.
Some new records show the man in charge of approving credit card expenses for school board members might need monitoring himself. Montgomery County reporter Kevin Lewis has led our series of Watchdog reports and joins us with the latest twist to the story. Kevin?
Well, Allison, a lot has changed since we first reported on Board of Education members misspending your tax dollars. For one, the state prosecutor has launched a criminal investigation into MCPS, and a hefty stack of newly released records show your elected officials are not the only ones being scrutinized. These are the 7 adult members on the Montgomery County Board of Education, and this is the man employed to hold them all accountable. His name is Roland Icaloa, and his title is Chief of Staff. However, records obtained by our watchdog team show Icaloa repeatedly used his taxpayer-funded credit card for personal purchases at least 5 times. The ombudsman spent $36 on groceries, $50 at a dry cleaner, and $581 on new tires. But who approved the charges? Expense reports show none other than then board president Chris Barclay.
All of us take our jobs very seriously.
As we told you in our earlier watchdog reports, Barclay also made personal charges with his school district credit card. And who signed off on Barclay's credit account? Roland Icaloa.
The same people are signing off on each other's credit card receipts with the exact same behavior.
Ikaloa, who's since repaid the school system, wouldn't talk on camera. However, school spokesman Dana Tofig said in a statement, "At this point, there is nothing else to add. He mistakenly used his card for some expenses that were not job-related and quickly rectified the matters."
So we have an institutional acceptance of misuse of credit cards, and this is at the board level. This is a $2.3 billion budget with a $7 million American Express bill. If we don't have extra oversight here at the board office, we can't expect it at our local schools.
Now, Ikaloa told me he made this mistake 5 times because his personal and school district credit cards look alike. Even so, in some cases, it took the chief of staff more than 2 months to pay the school district back. In the studio, I'm Kevin Lewis, ABC 7 News.
And another health push today, this one at the National Institutes of Health. A group gathered at the front gates calling for more funding in the fight against childhood cancer. And as Kevin Lewis reports, the cost of a single bag of potato chips became a rallying cry.
They sang and shed tears in the shadows of NIH.
4% is not enough.
A Valentine's Day rally urging the taxpayer-funded hospital to spend more on childhood cancer research.
With children, they don't have a voice. And today we're out here to be that voice for these children.
Tom Mitchell's daughter, Shayla, died from cancer in 2009. He says NIH's childhood cancer program is moving at a glacial pace.
We need more money. What that number is, I don't know. Currently it's 4%. That's like 1 pepperoni on a pizza. That's not enough. Nobody's going to live off of that.
It's a hard topic. Children dying, no one wants to hear about that.
Kristen Veazey's daughter, Hope, is beating leukemia, but many children aren't as lucky. Every day, 7 die from cancer in the U.S. alone.
Research does work, and we want more research designated, for childhood cancer so she can get, and other kids can get better prognosis.
Our children are worth more than 4.
Americans spend 20 times more money annually on potato chips than we do on childhood cancer research. So next time you purchase a bag of potato chips or you eat a bag of potato chips, I want you to think about that.
In Bethesda, I'm Kevin Lewis.
Why is that acceptable? It's not. It's unacceptable.
ABC 7 News.
And in just the last hour, NIH told us much of its adult cancer research positively impacts its childhood program too. At a recent White House